Times champions against the 5 times runners-up. Who will hold the glory today? That we will find out shortly. For now, we will be moving to the national anthems. First of all, the national anthem of India.
The national anthems are both honor of the anthems. We request you to rise from your respective seats. We begin with the national anthem of India.
Was the national anthem of India. Now we move to the national anthem of Nepal. Passions shimmering in their eyes, heart filled with pride. One goal, one motive of victory against the arch rivals. This is Honda presents SAFF Women's Championship 2024, and the stage is set for the two teams to show their talent here. This is the ultimate battle. India, the 5 times champions, they did not have the best of the tournaments this time, as they have played won only one, that against the arch rivals. Pakistan, Bangladesh defeated India in the final game of the Group A. Nepal, they are undefeated in this tournament. They had a 0-0 draw against Bhutan in the first match. Then they did 0 Maldives, and then again 6-0 to Sri Lanka. Group toppers. Here is a wonderful gesture for Anju Tamang, the player who was injured. Be missing this important fixture. Who scored India today? The two captains exchanging the souvenir of the sport for today's home Choki from Bhutan, as well as the assistant referee Chodin Chiring and Moni Salma Akhtar. He's in the 4th official, as well as the match commissioner is Mindu Dochi.
Well stated, and we're likely to see the firm.
Jilatun Babu Subba on goal, as well as Napuja Rana and Bimala Bike in the defense, as well as Rekha Paudel, the nation of India as well. Tanu on goal, as well as Ashalata Devi and Julie positions. Ranjana Chanu, the left, Devi, as well as Aruna Bag, the midfielders, the two pivots. Devi and Grace Tangmai, the three attacking midfielders, and for India today.
Jyoti Devi and Aruna Bag. And one change for Nepal, Avinav. Where we will be seeing Puja Rana.
Well, that is the solitary nation as Nepal. First game as they played with a back three, and this Rajendra Tamang is the atmosphere here. The game start. This is Anjila Tubbapu football. Is the atmosphere here. The game start. This is Anjila Tubbapu football. Is India from the very first one. Cross put in. Anjila.
Today, well, Manisha Kalyan in the left flank for India needs to be stopped. Majority of the attack in the previous fixture for India, Chauhan starting, it's going. Nepal needs to be wary.
Taking the command. Preeti, one youngster. Still hustling other players. He in the forward position and superb in their club left. One for Abu Dhabi Country Club. Stage. Introduction. The name is enough itself.
Today, it's the second start involvement with the header.
Be there still. Nepal in a struggling position, and that is opted by the defender of Nepal.
Well, Bimala Bika at that instant, rather than clearing the ball from the byline. An area which could be dangerous right in front of the
Chanu with the good change of pace across. There could be danger. Tumbapu Subba gets it in her grip.
Earlier, it's going to be the battle between India, Manisha.
Nepal going for onto Rekha. And to the left hand side, still Rekha. She was
wanted to steal that ball, and she did as well. Fair enough. Rekha definitely not happy. Appeal for a fall, but
appealing for that foul. Nepal, they're back four today. That will be a concern. The moment is the concern. As they have not played in the back four, three left hand side. Manisha. Anjila with a punch. This can be a threat to Nepal. Garkoti. The concern here is down on the ground. Tangway trying for a cross this time.
well, there's been any more injuries. Puja Rana, as they have lost it. Sakalyan, Preeti Rai having to trace Sakalyan, and then there was a chance. It's not a good sign for Nepal.
But there was a head injury concern. The team physio are there in the ground. Venus Resta, respectively. You can see the for this. Can we see here? Always a tasty fixture.
It's been a while that 4-3-3 formation against the Bhutan. 0-0 draw against Bhutan.
Sandwich there between them. And sometimes it's as head injury that instance the play went on. Now Grace Tangme clearing out was not the best of the passes from Pooja. Going onto the white sides, a cross put, threatening there for the across. Header could have been there. Angela, her territory.
He should be flying her defense to Grace Dangmai to the right.
Ball. Is that still going? And Vita. Ball. Is that still going? And Vita. Combining on the right hand side is Nepal. Renu with some good football, Nepali team. Preeti. Still Renu. That is morale boost. Jyoti Chauhan winning the ball. Who can be. Threat. There from Nepal. Amish. There from India. Preeti changing the side.
Since rather than stopping Rekha with a wonderful chest tracking for about Nepalis. They are controlling, hang on, it's sublime as well. Take the heart of India.
The aggression when you're playing with your nemesis comes from it. Then, and that has been the case. A high line there set by one good kick of the change the fate of Nepal. When you're playing with your nemesis comes from within, and that has been the case. Amrita Preeti, who has been excellent in this tournament. Good kick of the change the fate of Nepal. Amrita Preeti, who has been excellent in this tournament. Lofted pass. Manisha Kalyan. In a club level from Pauk.
Balanced approach here. So they have been wary about the
Brilliant run, but it's broken down. A lofted pass there. Good chance from the left hand side. Rekha Paudel. Still Rekha. Now with the cut-in.
down to the right hand side. The lifted.
for the Nepalese faithful.
Well, half of the people in the stadium are still yet to get settled in the benches, and it was a very good chance for India. The set pitch opportunity, Jyoti Chauhan had a go, but couldn't give the direction as he wanted.
As we've heard, the stadium has almost hit full capacity. Well, this rivalry, this is the rivalry of the subcontinent. The 5 times champions and the 5 times runners-up of this competition. Nepal have never won this competition. They were so close in winning the previous one against Bangladesh.
Well, there's a chant of Nepal going through the stadium, and rightly so, Avinav. This is the fixture that both the team are wary of. They know a single goal is enough.
Almost slipped there, Bimala. She has been rock solid, but this time was not the best of the touches.
Some shaky start for Bimala Bika, who was excellent in the first half, pressing back Manisa Kalyan's run. She compelled Manisa to switch the side with Grace Dangbai midway through the first half.
India with a chance. Intercepted again there by the right winger. Savita has done well, tracking back in the right wing position.
Well, that is needed from Nepal right from the get-go, and the first half also we saw that how Amisha and Savita were deploying the defensive duty as well for the team.
It's been all India in the second half. Amisha, good track back there, good win there from Preeti, but then again she loses it in the crucial of times. Renuka, she has been brilliant in midfield. Single-handedly, she has been a headache for all the 3 midfielders there. The pivot, the regista as we call her, of this team.
Well, she's been the prime pivot for Nepal. Both the 4 fixtures we can say as of now. She can read the timing of her strikers as well. The way she produces from the back, it's been sublime.
The firepower that Nepal has, Renuka is the stability maker in this team, as you can call her. You need one to take that responsibility for the team. As you can see, the stands, it's filled with the spectators. Rajendra Tamang, animated as ever. Known for his attacking style of play. And just to let our viewers know, if this match does not have a goal in between the 90 minutes, or it is a draw in the 90 minutes, it will straightly go to the penalties. There will no be any extra time. There won't be any extra time, straight to the penalties. This just in. Free kick for India. The captain Ashalata Devi lofting a pass here. Angela boosting the morale of the supporters with a wonderful catch.
Very good gather. So right from the get-go, she knew it was in her arc. It was a comfortable take for Angela. First real intervention in this second half for Angela.
Rekha with a high foot. She has to be careful, as she already has a yellow card. This has been some game, this. Rekha Baudel. She's the highest scorer for Nepal with 7 goals, 1 behind Dekila Zoma Bhutan.
Well, I'm pretty much getting surprised, as it's the fall against Rekha or fall for Rekha. That means that's the second yellow of the match. Well, in the replay, it clearly seemed like Rekha had won the ball. That was why I was curious about the way Choki waited for Rekha to stood up. And that's the second yellow of the match for Rekha Paudel, Avinav. It's going everything against Nepal in the second half. Pretty much surprised. The replay, we could clearly see Rekha had won the ball. Rather, it was Chanu who had the last kick. Went on to kick the boot of Rekha Paudel. Well, I think the replay can justify the picture, but it's not a good picture. It's a very sad one for Nepal.
Well, what just happened here? Rekha Paudel. It seems she got the ball first, but we will look onto it. Well, this is not a good sight to see. Rekha, she cannot control her emotions. Bindra Dewan, the manager of the team, escorting her out. And she knows what she has done, Rekha Paudel. This is calamity for Nepal. Can Nepal recover from this? Om Choki, in the midst of pressure, she won the ball, as clear as it is. Well, it was a high foot. A minacious contact would have been. This is not the things we want to see here at this ground, as the security of this very game is put in question. Nepali fans, you can do better than this, I guess. We can do better than this, I guess.
The halt in the play, it's been deemed vicious to go on.
A timeout there. A sudden timeout there for the players. Well, it has been that kind of a picture. All the pressure, all the anxiety, all the concerns. The security here has been questionable. We have to say that. 53 minutes gone, there will be added minutes. Suddenly, the ground erupts in despair. Well, we have witnessed the times when the Football Association has been disciplined in these kind of instances. Jaya, I beg your pardon, that's Om Choki, the main referee with the decision, as well as the fourth official, Jaya Chakma. This is not what we came here to see. Nepali football fans, in their best of times, they can be the best as we know them. Security here is tightened. 10 man down. 10 player down this Nepali side. Can they hold it? Bhutan, they were out in the previous match against Bangladesh. They went on to the final match. This is between Nepal and India. What are we witnessing here is disgraceful, as simple as it is.
Definitely not a good sign for the Football Association as well. Yeah, that's a good gesture from the Nepali bench as well. You can understand the emotions running high in this mouth-watering fixture. But the show must go on. The FA is trying its best to resume this play. Where the incident that looked very nasty for Rekha Paudel, but it happens. That is the way the game goes on. Definitely, this kind of situation will be creating more nervousness to the Nepali side rather than the Indian side. This is begging. Anjana.
isn't dismaying. What can they do? The players, they're trying their best, joining their hands, begging literally. You have to listen to them. It's them you're playing for. It's them you're supporting. The referee assessor, Maria Rebello, consulting with the main referee, Jai Chakma. It seems there will be a halt, there will be a little break. If we're reading the lips of Jai Chakma as well as Om Choki, they say there will be a possibility of 15 minutes of a break. Everybody agitated, everybody is angry here. And I think it's going to restart soon, as it seems.
So the public announcement is going on as well here at the Dasar Stadium. This is something that we haven't witnessed in our recent past. The heritage the fan carries, it's something that Nepali fans should never be proud of. The disruption of play, it's rare to see in this beautiful game of ours. There is no room for such kind of activities too. So we request all the Nepalese fans back home as well to go with the flow. It is what it is sometimes. The situation that's been for Nepal, it's the only time that Nepal can have the momentum.
The counter is still running. And I'm surprised how many minutes there will be added. As we can hear the voice of Sanjeev Shilpakar in the stadium trying to give some comfort to the supporters. Well, it seems playable now, but it's up for the referees. Extraordinary moment. But then again, questionable scenes, questionable things happening here at the Dashrath Stadium. We have seen the FA being disciplined in these kind of moments, these kind of situations. Om Choki. Well, that's her job. She did her job, we can say. There can be error from humans. There can be some error from a human being. You need to let that go. You need to understand the fact that this is a sport. We can understand the emotions of the Nepali fans. We can understand how they have taken it. But then again, the show needs to go on. The show has to go on.
Indeed, Om Choki consulting with the Nepalese side. Well, spot on, Abhinav. The show must go on, and we've had the mouth-watering clash so far between Nepal and India. So it will be very much likely what kind of formation will the Nepali team adapt to, as they will be losing their prime striker, the high goal scorer for Nepal in this tournament. 7 goals for Rekha.
Referee assessor Maria Rebello consulting again with the main referee Om Choki. Om Choki, she's from Bhutan. India. They have an advantage now. Nepal. They have one player down. But we've seen at instances, we've seen at times, the Nepali supporter becoming the 12th man. I think they have to become the 11th man here at the ground.
There's a lot of pressure to our referee assessor too. Well, it's in her hand whether to resume the play. It seems like the play is about to resume. Yeah, it's finally a good sign for both the teams. They want match to be resumed. Finally, smile, and the play will be resumed now.
And that has brought some comfort. But then again, India, they have had their chances. They will have more in times to come. Terrified faces here as they realize the fact that this can be a threat for Nepal. The opportunity that Nepal has at this very moment is put into threat here. The concern is how many minutes will be added here. Perhaps this can be one of the biggest numbers we've seen here in the SAFF Women's Championship in the extra time. More than 350,000 people watching from live. Now India go forward. This is a cross put in. Manisha Kalyan was there to head it in, but then again, he was just out.
Yeah, just wide of Manisha Kalyan. A real threat in the second half for India as well. As the play resumed, it was a wonderful ball by Grace Dangbai from the right. Yeah, just a whisker away from Manisha Kalyan's arc. Well, it will be very pleasing to see now how India will be developing their attack. Knowing that Nepal are 10 player now.
They have one player advantage. The Indian side, they will bringing that into use here. Chanu with the pass. Manisha Kalyan. A good overlapping run there from Chanu from the left-hand side. A cross put in, a corner.
Good block, Bimala. There is no any other options remaining for her. Some dancing foot for Chanu as well.
Manisha with a lofted pass in. Anjila with the touch. This can be a shot that was blown out. Nepal breathe a sign of relief. India with a wonderful chance not being taken.
Well, Aruna Bagh had a go, but she failed to keep the shot on target. It's a good pressure by Geeta Rana as well.
Lofted pass there from Geeta. Sabita. The times we are right now, it's critical. Nepal, there are 10 men, or let's say 10 players, we can say. Renuka. Samba winning the ball. A glimmer of hope for the Nepali faithful.
Well, Nepal needs to settle down. They need to reset the new formation, and there will be time where there will be chances. For a time being, they need to concentrate on the mid-block that the team is very good at.
As it seems, Savitra Bhandari, the sole striker, the back four as well as the midfield four remains the same.
4-4-1.
Savitra, who needs to do the job of the two players now, all by herself. She had the partner Rekha, who has been removed from this setup. Lofted pass put in there from the Indian side. Of what we know, Savitra Bhandari can do that task. Going in front is Pooja. There can be a chance still. Lofted pass there for Samba to go in front from the left. Nepal. Across put in. Chanu with the clearance. Sabita Ranamagar. She's opting. Nepal still dominating, as it seems. They have not lost any player. Still with the domination. The 11th player behind them is the supporters, as you can hear them.
Well, with time, with positive mindset, there will be time when Nepal can have that counter-attack offense as well.
Sabitra pushing. There's still a chance. Still going is Samba. Still in front. Still Samba. Still a chance. A clearance there from Ashalata. Throw in for Nepal.
Well, too much of a task for Samba to recollect the gather in 3 instants. But some positive side for Nepal.
Lofted pass in. Nepal were in the front foot. And now Nepal again in the front foot. Renuka Nagarkoti. This is Amisha Karki. Positive football from Nepal. Pooja. Still there's a chance for Nepal. It can be a tactical change anytime soon from Rajendra Tama. As it stands, there's no changes until now.
Whom are you bringing? As all the player looks well adapted to their position in this fixture. With the interruption of play for almost 12 minutes, they have got the rest as well. So there will be no question for exhaustion for both the team.
Amisha.
For the time being, I don't see any kind of substitution from both the coaches.
A good pass there for Pooja. Pass which was disrupted. Nepal go again. Sabita Ranamagar still going in front. Geeta put in pressure the Nepali players, as you can see. Renuka, good combination there in the middle. Nepal still going forward. A brilliant gameplay here by Nepal. Preeti with the nutmeg, but this time she was unsuccessful.
Well, it could be dangerous at time if you fail to lose, if you went on to lose the position at that area. It will be India's chance for counter offense as well. So, needs to be wary. Santosh Kashyap with his tactical board on display as well.
We can see some fresh legs anytime soon. Going in front is Jyoti Chauhan from the left-hand side. Bimala doing a brilliant job in the defense. And this will be another throw-in.
Bimala, absolute bunker with Jyoti Chauhan. Good time tackle.
Santosh Kumar Kashyap, the head coach for India, with some instructions to the incoming players. Rajendra Tama, he knows that this will be a challenging task. With 10 players at the helm, Nepal have a real test against them. Manisha Kalyan. Chanu with the cross. Clearance. This can be a chance for India as there's a shot. The Blue Tigresses roar first here at the Dashrath Stadium. A wonderfully executed shot there from India. As India take the lead in this matchup. What a brilliant shot executed. Brilliantly done there by the number 8, which is Sangeeta Basfor, who just came in for the legendary striker Baladevi.
Well, absolute no chance for the Nepalese keeper. Smashed into the top corner to the left of Angela.
There's another chance! Nepal with the equalizer! scored. And this is a yellow card being issued. What is happening here?
Well, what I can see is that Indian players are protesting to Om Choki. But we're not pretty much sure what has happened. As we were talking about the goal of Sangeeta Basfor. It's a brilliant finish, and then there was a kickoff. The play resumed. And the goal just went in for Nepal. Everything is happening here at the Dasrat Stadium. The emotions running high. The assistant coach of India has been booked. Priya Parati Balapil. And we are yet to get the confirmation on how the ball went into the India's net. We're yet to confirm whether the goal had stand for Nepal too. Looking at the face of Nepali player, they are looking shocked. And they are protesting now. Everything's going on. Nothing's been clear here at the come box. Well, maybe they have asked the ball to be retaken again. Or has the play been... Yeah. Nepal's taking means the scoreline remains 0-1 to India. We're not so sure what just happened.
That is a concern here as we're looking for results still. Well, this has been that kind of the game. Goodness gracious. What are we witnessing here? No confirmation still for the goal. This is a calamity. A calamity unveiling in form of this game. One of the most disturbing matches I've ever seen in this field. Santosh Kumar Kashyap is still complaining. Rajendra Thamang is still animated. And we can confirm it's still 1-0 for India.
Well, I had a slight glance of the replay, and it seemed like Om Choki had blown the whistle for Nepal to resume the play, and then Nepal went on to score. It was a Indian players were celebrating the byline with the team, and Om Choki, it looked like, we can't confirm that, but it looked like in the replay there was a whistle for play to be resumed. And that is the main reason why the team is protesting. Both the teams are protesting now. Both the teams are not happy with whatever is happening here at the Dasrat Stadium. As we can see on the replay, yeah, there you go. It seemed like, it clearly seemed like Om Choki had given signal to resume the play. And with the opportunity, Preeti had the empty net in front of her. She went on to score. Well, it's been pretty disturbing. And the supporters need to be disciplined too here at Dasrat Stadium. It's not a good sight to see when we are hosting this prestigious tournament. SAFF Championship 2024, Dasrat Stadium. It's been a jam-packed filled stadium. Still, there's a lot of confusion. But what we know is India is still leading this fixture.
It's no goal. I can confirm from the fourth official. as this has been one of the most calamitous games ever. Well, I feel for the players there in the receiving end. Both set of players, that is. Not only the Nepali players, the Indian players, we can feel for them as well.
Because, Avinav, one more time, if we take a look at the replay, it seemed like she had blown the whistle, and that's why Savitra went on to resume the play. And that is where the confusion has been created in this fixture.
There can be some cards issued here still. Santosh Kashyap, he was booked in the process. Or was it assistant coach Priya Parathi Vallapil? The whistle if the whistle was blown, should have counted for the goal. Savitra looked onto the referee to confirm for the kickoff. She gave her the confirmation, as it seems. My, oh my. Well, a fixture which will be remembered in the history of the SAFF Championship for negative reasons, I guess. There's still hope, there's still some faith in the supporters stand. There's faith in them, and they have to regain that faith again. There has been some consultations. This will be confirmed. The security at their best, trying their best to control the scenario. More than 16,000 people going against them. And we have a few hundred of security officers here. We have to feel for them as well. Maria Rebello, she's been put in test here. Mindu Dorje, he has to come and intervene. If you can feel it, this ground is shaking. You can literally feel it from your television screens, perhaps. A disastrous match. Well, we witnessed an El Clasico yesterday. This is another Clasico of the South Asian women's football. How many times does it need to happen? The Nepalese coach listening to the match commissioner. There will be, I think, Indu Dorje as well as the team is convincing Rajendra Tamang that this is not a goal. As it seems, Santosh Kumar Kashyap with no complaints whatsoever. Both of the sides, they are not admitting. Oh, what a game. What a game of football we had. Who would have thought this would happen? Well, we're here to witness this. In my career, ever, I've never witnessed a match like this.
Well, we've seen in the television screen, but unfortunately, it's the first time that such a scene, especially in the women's football, that speaks of the craze that Nepali fan. But come on, it's part of the discipline and the ethics and the norms and the cultures and the values that the fans possess. But the timing of the event that has happened has led to this such event, such situation.
Something in the rule books, maybe an explanation there from the referee assessor. They have to submit to it. They have to come back, the Nepali team. They do not have any other options, I guess.
Well, there's a good chance of match being abandoned and rescheduled for some other time. There's a massive security concern. There's been a jam-packed, and I had witnessed a couple of fans holding the railing part of those balconies, standing there. No place to sit. Some of them were sitting in the floor.
Everything is happening here, whether it be drama, calamitous moments, screamers, anxious moments. What more do you want? I guess that's enough for today. Well, the game resumed after a rather eventful moment, and it has been disrupted again. Nepal, they're not back in the ground. They've come out, and for this reason as well, they will be questioned and might be disciplined as well. India, we have to feel for them as well. They have done nothing to be blamed for. They have done their part. They have. Santosh Kumar Kashyap, he's not submitting still. The scoreline for the time being still stands like this. Fans are waiting. Santosh Kumar Kashyap will be Maria Rebello trying her best to convince Santosh Kumar Kashyap in that instance. Well, we are left without words to explain the scenario. And this has been a moment of dismay. And she's not happy, Maria Rebello. Choki, she's trying to comfort the referee assessor. Think there is something happening over there. We're trying to read through their minds, reading their lips to get the information. Some information's being put in, not the confirming ones.
Well, everything happened in the second half of this fixture when Rekha Paudel went on to kick Ranjana Chanu of India. There was a second cushion for her, which resulted to a red card. And the disruption in the play started from that moment. And rightly after the play resumed, India with the corner attack went on to score with an absolute belter from Sangeeta Basfor.
Well, this broadcasting is being aired in multiple countries. And a vast majority of fans witnessing the truality of football here. Sometimes these things can happen. Sometimes things may go out of hand. But you need to keep your spirits up, hold your head high, fight back, and move on. That is what actual sportsmanship is like. But none of the sides there backing down, as it seems, or whatever is happening there. I'm out of words right now.
Yeah, still referee Asesha having some discussion down the tunnel here at the Sat Stadium. We've been clueless for most majority of the part in the second half, Abhinav, haven't we?
Well, that is the case. That has been that kind of a game, this very semi-final. First one was a very good one, we can call it. Bangladesh, the clean sweep. The referees, you have to feel for them as well. They were celebrating the Indian players. So this is after the goal, the replay, as you can see. This is the goal scored. They were celebrating. And then again, Om Choki went on to the center stage. She called all the players back. We didn't hear the whistle being blown in that moment. Questionable scenes here. We have to question each and every instance, the moment, the scenarios, whatever it's happening over there. Almost the 90 minutes gone. Well, I've been doing more than 1,000 games in Nepal, and never have I ever ran out of words. I'm literally out of words right now.
Well, something that you wouldn't be up to every day as a commentator when it comes to the preparation of the matches. Who would have thought, who would have scripted these kind of events? Especially in the jam-packed stadium where both the very good teams were head-to-head. We had a very feisty first half. Good battle on the field, and suddenly the calamities of the events has halted the match. Still there has been discussion. It's been a long discussion. It's been taken a while, and we still haven't got any kind of conclusion.
Time and again we are seeing the same scenes. There has been no conclusion. Well, the question is, had she blown the whistle after the goal? The players went on to celebrate. Let's see this again. Santosh Kumar Kashyap was literally on the ground. Does she give the goal? Yeah. I think she halts it. She stops it. She says no goal. Well, that is some clarity. Yeah. Thanks to the production team, I guess, then. Finally, at the end. Hopefully, anybody who can see this broadcast. Well,
there's been the clearance. Clear evidence that Om Choki never allowed that goal for Nepal.
The questions are, what is happening on the Nepali end? They are not coming in the field. This is something the officials, the authorities have to solve. This is something questionable for them, and this is something needs to be sorted as soon as possible. The referee team has the opportunity to forfeit this match and give it to India's favor if Nepal, they do not come back to the field in time. Well, if you go to the rule books and find out the reason, what may happen here is the opposition goalkeeper has to be ready and needs to signal if she's ready for the game. Where in this scenario, so this is questionable here. There is a clear signal from the referee to play it on.
And then again she disallows the goal. Knowing that, the Indian players were still in the touchline celebrating with the teammates. That's something to be, that's a question that needs to be asked. The caliber that Savitra poses, she knows exactly when to kick off.
92 minutes passed. We would have finished this game up until now, perhaps, with a clear-cut result, perhaps, in our hands. This has been something, one of the darkest days, as I can recall, in Nepali football for some horrendous reason. The spirit of the game, it needs to be maintained. Whatsoever decisions, whatsoever, but the Nepali side, they have not backed down. They are adamant, they will stand by. The two coaches came to discuss this thing out. The previous instance, it was sorted perhaps. Nepal still adamant about the fact that they scored. India, they're already in the field. Rajendra Tamang, look at his face, he is left in despair, in dismay. Mindu Dorji. Still in conversation. This is a horrendous, a memorable time for Nepali fans, perhaps. This will be in their minds for a while, for negative reasons. Nepal, we can feel their dissatisfaction at this moment. It was not only an instance, it was not only one moment. That they had to go through it. They have every right to complain, but then again, there is a limitation to it. Anjila Tumbapu Subba, she is not backing down. Well, Chin up, girls. You have to face this. Well, if you're looking for answers in the broadcast, we have none whatsoever. We are as helpless as you are in the commentary box inside a room waiting for the match to begin. And that has been the condition. As a Nepali football commentator, my heart has broken down into pieces here as I'm witnessing this moment. This is one of the darkest times you've seen ever.
Well, all the viewers who are getting confused why the play hasn't resumed, it's simple. Savitra Vandari thought the senior referee Om Choki had blown the whistle for the kickoff, and then she went on to resume the play right from the kickoff. But at the same time, Nepal went on to score, and then the goal was disallowed. And now Nepal are adamant on the decision that there was a clear blow of a whistle from referee to resume the play. And then again the goal was disallowed. So that's why all the Nepali players haven't left the field, but they are in the touchline and adamant that they are not willing to resume the play until there is some correction the referee's decision. Well, definitely had various angle. At some point of time, it seemed like the whistle was blown the earliest of the kick-off time, but not so sure what was the whistle blown for. Well, Om Choki had to call the players of India who was celebrating in the touchline on their own half, or was it for the kickoff? Well, Nepali players are complaining that they thought the whistle was blown for the kickoff. They went on with the play, they went on to score on the empty net. But as my co-commentator Avinav had mentioned, for play to resume from the kickoff, both the goalkeepers of both the teams needs to be ready. They need to send that message to the main referee that they are ready for the kickoff. But India's goalkeeper Pamthai was nowhere in the screen at the time when Nepal resumed the play. Well, that's been the scenario here at the Dasrat Stadium. Nepali players still at the touchline, awaiting for the final verdict. There's a couple of chat all around the pitch here at the Dasrat Stadium. Well, another confusing part of this event is Nepal went on to retake the kickoff, and then there was a disruption of play. Clearly, the fan wants to see football being resumed. It's not the particular sin that anyone would have ever thought in the wildest of the dreams. I've been getting a lot of messages in the social media. So as of now, that is what we have heard. It's the Nepali side who is yet to agree on that decision. They were not happy with the decision that went against Rekha. It was the second yellow card where Rekha looked like clearly won the ball against Ranjana Chanu. Rather, she was cautioned one more time and sent off from the fixture. After that, there was a halt in the play. India resumed the play, went on to win the corner, and from that particular corner, Sangeeta Basfar opened the account for her team.
Well, this has been that kind of a match. The referees are waiting. The supporters are in agony. The players, they are, I don't know what to say, they are left stranded in the middle of nowhere. You have to feel for the Indian players who are there to play this game. And we also have to feel for the Nepali players who are standing by the fact that they scored the goal. It's still confusion, lack of clear-cut answers. I do not know any game that has been delayed for such a long while here. I may have missed, but then again, this is the first one in the SAFF Women's Championship ever.
Well, Avinav, we have hardly had 10 minutes of play in the second half. And the clock's still running down. It's 102.
Lot of complaints, a lot of dissatisfactions here, but there has not been a clear-cut result. We are here for this Honda Presents SAFF Women's Championship. This is the second semi-final match. The SAFF Women's Championship 2024 is presented by Honda, powered by Dove, the official sponsor of Nepal women's team, in association with Nepal Telecom, energized by Red Bull, with banking partner Global IME Bank, and co-sponsored by eSeva, Dara Health, PhonePe, Pepsi, and hygiene partner Lifebuoy. This is a joint initiative of AD Release and Kantipur. I think that is the only thing I can say in live air, Ashish. I do not have any words to describe what is happening here.
Well, the dignitaries from different organizations are here, and they need to take a decision, and real quick. The situation can get out of control with the jam-packed stadium. The mindset of the Nepali supporters has not been pleasant in the second half.
Well, they're adamant of the fact they have not done anything wrong. This match has been halted for a lifetime here. We are waiting for it to resume. 1:05 running the counter clock. Spectators, they might be sending their messages to their loved ones, whatever is happening. Bringing in the two captains, this might be the final words there from the referee. Angela, she's not backing down. might be the final words, as it seems. Still trying hard is Sabitra Bhandari to convince the referees. The referee assessor having the final word. Somebody has to come in and intervene this. They're still complaining for the fact that they are on the play. Well, anything happens, that should be of the spirit of the game here. They're not backing down, the players, they're not backing down of whatever it's happened here. This is the 7th edition of the SAFF Women's Championship. The 5-time champions India, they are in front. Nepal backing down, the players, they are on the play. Well, anything happens, that should be of the spirit of the game here. They're not backing down, the players, they're not backing down of whatever it's happened here. This is the 7th edition of the SAFF Women's Championship. The 5-time champions India, they are in front. Nepal, the 5-time runners-up. The spectators, they are if this is not sorted sooner, this can be a bigger calamity. Nepal needs to realize that. Somebody needs to step in that group. We cannot comprehend, we cannot describe what's going on here. Out of words, this box. it's still there, the match. Kiren Chemjong, the skipper of the men's national team, he may never have gone through this. Hopefully, Nepal still holding their ground, still adamant, still they are looking for that decision.
Well, one question for me, Avinav. If Nepal was or is adamant not to resume until the goal stands, why did they take the second? It was a retake. Remember that? Nepal had to retaken the kickoff.
Rajendra Tamang is left helpless there. The players, they are still out of the ground. They're not agreeing to the fact. Well, we're turning the pages of the rule book to find an explanation here what can happen according to the IFAB laws of the game. And if things do not go positively, this match can be abandoned. Something else.
Well, whatever the result, there will be damage. There will be damage to all Nepal Football Association.
The damage has already been done, Ashish. The consequences are there to be met. We have to wait and see what will happen here. And Nepali football trying to get back from the dark times, stuck in this moment, this very moment. And what will happen, we are waiting to see, as we are mere spectators as well, like you. They're not backing down here. Every time the camera switches on to the player side, we can see clear discontent as well as dissatisfaction. As they have consulted with the officials, perhaps there is a message here from the official desk, as it seems. If you ask me, Ashish, then Nepal still has a chance to win this fair and square if they go back. But if they stand here, then this can be in India's favor.
There's two options for Nepal. Either to continue the match, because the second half play we've had hardly 7 to 8 minutes of match time. And if they are adamant to their protest, well, it's likely the Nepal will be forfeiting the fixture, and which will result as a 3-0 victory to India. Either way, it seems like Nepal. But yeah, the way Savitra is reacting, she is adamant that referee blew the whistle for the kickoff to be taken. That's been her key question. And if
Nepal with a real test now, if they can.
Well, Rajendra Tamang is muted. Discussion going on with the... Yeah, that was the sign that we saw kickoff of this match. Nepali women football at work. Well. They are at work right now. A heavy task in front of them. Whether to go on with the game or to halt the match and forfeit the fixture to India. I mean, everyone is right on their own condition. If you look at from the point of view from Savitra's, well, that's true. If you have blown the whistle, I resumed the play, we went on to score, and then you disallowed. So if you were to disallow, why did you blow the whistle on the first go?
They have every case, every point to argue here. But what I understand and acknowledge from the situation is the game has to go on first. Then you can look back to it. Kiran Chemjong might be discussing with his fellow men about the situation as well. Everybody uniting here for a sole purpose, and that is to get this game back right on track.
Well, it's been 2 hours. We had 15 minutes break. Second half duration. The clock is ticking still. And we still haven't found or have the conclusion whether the play will resume. Or it's India fixture to be win or to be won as a forfeit. It's definitely up to Nepal's bench now. Well, I'm starting to feel for the crowd as well as the time clicks away. It's almost 9 p.m. in the evening.
The referee team, they have the right to do anything here, actually. I remember the moment when Maria Rebello, the referee assessor, and came and gave the instructions to the referee team that if the team does not turn up to the ground in the right time, this can be full-time whistle. This can be finished.
Well, the thing is, Nepali players have never left the pitch. They're still in the touchline. They're still inside the pitch. And now, Savitra, the first time, Savitra has left the pitch.
Everybody needs to calm down and get to a decision. Bigger things are at stake. Bigger things stand in the way. There's a team meeting going on over there. While this happens, the Indian players are warming up. More than an hour halted here, and still no conclusion. Well, let's hope it has a good ending to this situation. Sabitra Bhandari Samba. She looks to be leading this protest. I can see some discussions being made between the team leader Sarila Shrestha Maliku, Sabitra Samba Bhandari, as well as Anjila Tumbapo Subba. The Valley team, they have a decision to make here. The stance is clear from the referee team. This is not a goal. And they need to reunite for a bigger purpose. Ladies, this is bigger than you. This is for Nepali football. Never in the history of women's football we've seen this kind of instance, this kind of moment. And we can understand if this match does not go through and it's given in the favor of India, the consequences in the ground. We are aware about that fact. There is going to be a big calamity. In each and every end, that is. That can be in the spectators' end, can be sanctions, the FA being disciplined, and all sort of things. We're hoping we avoid that calamity. And we are left here, stranded, with a mic in our hands, trying to deliver an impossible message on air to you. Sabitra Bhandari. Anytime soon, the referee can blow the final whistle. Actually, that is the right that they have. Santosh Kumar Kashyap coming in to give a slight instruction, perhaps, in the meantime. Some discussion still with the players going on.
Well, it's clear that the Nepali players are not willing to listen to even their team managers or the team leaders.
And this can be a bad thing happening here as the referee team unites to make a decision, I guess. This is Honda presents SAFF Women's Championship 2024. The referee team, they have come together to discuss a few proceedings of this match. have they ever thought that this would happen to them? The players, they're left in despair. They're without any reactions, without any words. Rajendra Tamang may have the final word here. The coach needs to play a pivotal role in this conversation, I guess. Well, we're still looking for the confirmation. We're still looking for the final decision as here. This might be a final warning to Nepal. To get back to this ground. One hour, 30 minutes. Security tightened here, as it seems. I've never witnessed anything in my lifetime which is happening here at this very ground. Nepal, they have a good point. They have every right to protest. And what has happened here might be a little injustice to them, to some context. Then again, the show needs to go on. The show must go on. India and Nepal, the arch rivals, they were here for a fierce game, but they never imagined this being happening here. Still halted, still being paused. Players are warming up, as you can see. They're ready for the final tussle. Nepal sorting out their matters within themselves. Hopefully there's a clear-cut result here coming in. Some message coming in, some messages being dropped into the routine. Still unsure how things will go from here. The referee team are being patient, I guess. The fact that this doesn't go to further calamity, as it seems. Santosh Kumar Kashyap is nonchalant in his end. He's clear in his things. Nepal think they're warming up, the players, some of them. Savitra Samba Bhandari. We hope the play resumes. We're hoping the players are coming inside the field. Sanctions will be obviously there. Nepal, it seems they're coming back. Well, Nepal, just a reminder, viewers are down to 10 men for the time being. As we can read, Anjila Tumbapo Subba she's consulting with her team, perhaps. I think Om Choki asked Anjila Tumbapo Subba, do you want to go to the full time? And she said yes. But hopefully that's not the case. Bigger things are at stake here, girls. We are just assuming what is happening here. We're just lip reading. The girls are ready in the field. And Anjila Maria Rebello, perhaps at the final verdict. They get it back. Well,
sigh of relief to both the ends and the spectators as well, and all the viewers watching us from live at the cozy bedrooms. It's been a shitty night. And finally, some brand of football, despite the host falling short with one goal. And a player as well.
Well, I may be too small to say this, but this is the coldest night in Nepali football I've ever witnessed. Starting from a kickoff for India. That starts from a throw-in, and that's rather confusing. As it well, if it's being restarted, should it not start from the kickoff? Am I wrong here, Ashish?
No. Actually, what happened, Avinav, the moment there was a disruption from the play from the spectators' end. That's why drop ball, and India was in the position.
Well, thanks for that clarity. Hats off to the girls. The Nepali girls who have come back from this situation. Hats off to every one of them who have come in the ground for a bigger cause. Whatever the result, You've won the match, ladies. You've won the match, the Nepali women's team. This is for a bigger cause. This is bigger than a victory. And we are very grateful for the fact that we have put everything together to come back for a greater cause, that is football. Preeti Rai with the pass this time. Samba goes ahead. This can be a chance. Samba! Well, that was coming. That is astonishing. Never have I ever seen any sights like this. And Savitra Bhandari's Samba fires Nepal back. She is the leader of this women's team. She shows it with example. And that was destiny intervening at this moment.
It's staggering whatever is happening in the Dasat Stadium. I've never heard this loud in this very arena. Such an emotional moment for all the spectators. And even here at the com box, there's the masteress, the goal machine, Savitra Bhandari. Well, out of nowhere, it was the counter offense for Nepal. One for the team. She will acknowledge that. As we can see on the replay, Preeti Rai finding Savitra Bhandari. And Panthai Chenoy, but she had no other options rather than leaving her ground and making the diving effort. But it is Savitra Bhandari with her excellent match awareness. What a clinical finish.
Well, the roof is blown. The minds are blown. This is history. This is history in the pages, as you will remember this moment for either reasons. But then again, no matter who wins this football match, football has won at this moment.
And some cut and bruises. The Samba's fit.
Look at that. Can you hear that world? This is Nepali football at the very best. 1-1 now. The Gorkhali Chelis, they've come back again from the dead situation. They've come back from the deepest of valleys. And they've come back from darkness into the light we can see here. If you turn back the pages, the Gorkhalis, they have never surrendered. And these Chelis today, they have not surrendered at this moment. Now what is happening?
Well, again, there has been a disruption from the spectators' end. And we request all the spectators, if you are listening to us here at the Dasat Stadium, the team is back. The team you are supporting, you have waited this long for play to resume. We request you from the bottom of our heart to behave, to be in the best behavior, as the team has begun their journey or the quest to the final with bouncing back.
Well, have you ever seen 143 minutes running in the counter clock? We should put it down, I guess. We'll just go how it goes.
Well, it's the first time in my life, Avinash. Well, it should be for the first time for all the Nepalese spectators. Never had the past experience of the memories of match extended this long. And the drama that it has upon us. Who writes the script of this kind of situation or the events? And props to you, Avinav. You saved those energy for the next goal. Be it India, be it Nepal.
Well, this was a moment of a lifetime for me too, perhaps, for either reasons. Preeti, 144 minutes in the clock. Have you ever witnessed that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, we barely remember whatever the event that happened. And just a reminder for our viewers, it was in the second half that Rekha Paudel went on to concede the second yellow card, which deemed her as a red card, and she was sent off from the match.
Nepal down to 10 players. India were leading just minutes ago. After whatever happened here at this very ground, there will be boos. Obviously, there will be. Chanu, she's not happy. We have to feel for the Indian players as well. They have no wrongdoings in this match. They're playing their game. Nepal, look at them. Bullying India at this moment. Rajendra Tamang putting in the energy. And now this is the substitution. Triple substitutions for India. My goodness gracious. Well, we'll be noting that. We'll be showing you. Soumya Gugulot comes in. The player who made it to the highest of ranks. Rimpa Alda, who comes in for Baby Wankhane. As well as Karishma Purushottam Shirvoikar comes in for Grace. Sabita, Preeti, combinations being made. You will be surprised to know that Nepal are down to 10. And look at them go. The cross being put in. And you can imagine if what happens if Nepal scores here. The most unusual of circumstances you can ever witness in a football match. This has been that kind of a match, ladies and gentlemen. A pass put in. Anjila takes it in her grip. Just assuming the fact how the counter clock is going. Savitra Bhandari, Samba goes forward. Still there's a chance. Samba with the pass this time. Still Samba. Still Samba. Might have been a penalty, but the referee says no this time.
What a brilliant move it was from Savitra Bhandari, just showing her class. Well, it looked soft. Well, Samba. Well, the replay will justify everything. Yeah, she went on to beat Aslata Devi. Yeah, it seemed very soft. I think there was no any connection. Yeah, she went on to have some dramatic dive as well.
Now a throw in. Nepal with everything they've got in their lungs. A cross put in. Preeti. She has to track back now. As you can see the hole in the midfield caused by the player who was down. Samba goes forward. Still there, filled with confidence. The number 9. She is a goal machine, that is for sure.
Well, that's what happened when you have the prodigy of Savitra Bhandari.
Well, as we are standing in the 68th minute of the match, as it seems, that's what's been told to us. And now, moving forward is Bimala Biki with the right hand side. Header, Sabita. Samba chasing every ball. She has to be very careful. She has a yellow card given to her. And there's a watch found. Well, lucky you. Everything happening inside this ground.
Whose watch is that?
Well, it's going to be there in the lost and found. Whoever can claim it, we can come and get it. Now Nepal, coming from the right, Sabita Ranamagar with a cross this time. Sabita gets the ball. Still Nepal. Amrita Jaisi is muscled out there by Manisha Kalyan.
With the likes of Purushottam onto the pitch, India will have fresh legs. Rather, the fresh legs can be called to all the 11 players for India, as they had an hour break.
More than that, I guess. Possession here with India this time. Going in front is India from the right-hand side. This can still be a devastating end for Nepal if they cannot hold their ground.
Soumya Gugulut, that instant went on to fall Puzarana.
Soumya Gugulut was brought down. It seems we will have a free kick here. Amisha, she just kicked it out. She can be booked for that offense. They've pumped up the Nepali players. This is the captain, Ashalata. Right at the time, 1-1 here. Sabita with the cross this time. Preeti pulled in a shot from that angle. India, they have now the ball from the right. Soumya Gugulut. She played in Croatia for a while. In the professional divisions. Everything is happening here. Well, the cross put in. Sabita with the touch. Still can be a chance for Nepal. This is a miss pass. This can be dangerous here for Nepal. Manisha Kalyan going forward. Manisha with the shot. Just goes above. This could have been dangerous. Manisha, we know how lethal she is from that angle.
Well, at this instant, she went on to miss the target. Well, it was there to be hit just a little wider than she had anticipated. She knows that how bigger of a chance it was for her team.
That's a foul and a free kick in India's favor, definitely. Nepal, they have to defend their lines here. As I'm trying to reading the room here, Nepal are trying to send this to the penalties.
Well, that should be the tactics for a time being. They wanted to come back in this match. They had got that equalizer. Now that should be the key tactics. But India should be nervous going to the penalty. The game that it was comfortable for them throughout the period of the halt that we had. It was India who was leading this fixture.
A danger for Nepali defense. Manisha Kalyan. Cross being put in. Lofted pass here. Soumya Gugulut couldn't keep it in.
Well, this would definitely hurt India. Having the advantage of one additional player, there's been no room for any open play. That's been concerning part of the India throughout this fixture. If you look at how they played against Pakistan in the second half and against Bangladesh, it was miserable.
Nepal, they will restart again. They acknowledge the fact that they are down to 10 and will be taking the cautionary measures as it's needed. They will be having one eye on goal. And this is a problem here. There was a mistake there. A shot put in. Another shot, which could have been dangerous here. High foot there and a foul. Free kick for Nepal. There will be a yellow card to the goal scorer.
Yeah, Sangeeta Basfor. Well, she wanted to try that overhead attempt. There were two defenders of Nepal. As we can see in the replay, yeah, she knew it. There were two defenders, but still she had to go for the goal. Gets booking.
Savitra Bhandari Samba. She was the goal scorer. And Sangeeta Basfore, she was the goal scorer for India with an outrageous finish from outside of the box. That was almost eternities ago, I guess.
It felt like that. It's absolute deja vu that whatever is happening right now here at Dasar Stadium, it feels like we are commentating in a new match that was meant to be played for only 35 minutes or so. Because both the team look very different after the play resumed.
And now, Nepal go forward. Lofted pass. Samba will be chasing this one. Still going forward is Nepal. Preeti from the right, but the team has been intervened.
Definitely animated Preeti Rai. She knows the sense of losing the position, as Nepal is in desperate need of holding the ball, trying to buy some time.
India going forward. It's 43:57, 44 minutes gone. Right at the time, 1-1 here. And we can confirm to our viewers that this match will have no extra time and will go straightly to the penalties if there will be no goal in between the 90 minutes. Sabita Rana Magar trying to get the ball here. Nepal will be playing cautiously as they realize the fact. Pass to Sabita. A switch on to the left. That was intervened. Renuka going in front. Still Renuka is halted in the process. Nepal, they're trying to win that ball back. Sabitra still. Good perseverance there from the Nepali team. Lofted pass, aiming for Samba.
There will be a minimum of 5 minutes of added time.
5 minutes will be added here. As you can see, a triggering run there from India. Manisha Kalyan go forward. This can be dangerous. A cross put in. Will go above.
Finally, Nepal can have a sigh of relief. Manisha Kalyan, that's something that none of the Indian side would have expected from her. She was waiting for her forward. Danger area, but the cross is not timely right.
But Ashish, you know what has surprised me is Nepal has not changed one player. They can still put in players. They have the luxury. And now, this is a throw-in for India from the right-hand side.
Well, it's been a tricky situation for Nepal, playing with 10 players, majority of the second half. So there was no gamble to be taken. And if we talk about the exertion part, there was no shots having those 1 hour halt.
Samba going forward. Still Sabitra Bhandari. Samba! And that is a shot. Saved there from Pantho Ichanu. That could have been the match winner there for Nepal.
Well, Samba knew it was never cleanly taken. What a run it was from Samba. Absolutely. She had to take the chance. The angle was very difficult for her. Some fumble for Panthoy.
Throw-in still there. Nepal still in contention. This can be final dramatic moment for Nepal. Sabitra on the line. A flick there. Sabita Rana Magar. Cross being put in, which will go above. Hits the roof.
Well, everybody here in the stadium thought it was just inside the goal frame of India. But yeah, what a time that Nepal will have, knowing that they are the one attacking in this 5 minutes additional time.
India, they still have the chance to win it, in spite of everything. They still have a clear advantage. Clearance, sensible defending there from Amrita Jaisi. Anjana Rana Magar brought in. This must be for the penalties. I remember the time when Anjana won it for Nepal in the penalties. And she has that capability. What a time for her to be introduced. What a time for Anjana Rana Magar to come into the frame. If she can do it in the penalties, then that will be that for Nepal. She's taking all the time in the world, taking her blessings in this battlefield in the last moments. As we know, she has been one of the brightest of talents Nepal has ever produced in the goalkeeping department. The captain of the under-19 team. More importantly, Nepal has to get it over the line.
Well, then they still need to defend the corner.
Well, this is another change for India. The goalkeeper coming in. Pantho Ichanu is being replaced by the substitute goalkeeper, that is Payal Ramesh Basude. Goalkeeper for goalkeeper. A short pass there. India with the chance. They can still do it. Basfori with the pass. India going forward. A shot put in, which Anjana will let go. As I can calculate it, there are still 1.5 minutes for Nepal or for India.
Roughly 1.5 minutes for Nepal to defend, as India is aggressing in this final half of this 5th minute additional time.
Lofted pass put in. Sabita with the chance. Nepal. They're in the back line, they're in the back foot. Preeti Rai, she's been held down. After everything that has happened, the game has come to this. Now this is the penalties, perhaps. Well, in the first semi-final, we had a clear winner. That was Bangladesh with a 7-1 victory. They're in the final waiting for one of the two teams here. Preeti Rai, she is in agony. Her players lift her spirit to go in front. This is the final crusade for the Gorkhali Chelis. A flick there could have been a pass there for Sabitra. Throw in India's favor. Om Choki is in center stage as the whistle is in her hands. And that is the full time. one of the most calamitous moments you could ever witness in a football match. This is the outcome, as Nepal will be going on against the 5 times champions for the penalty shootout. Mixed responses there from the crowd. Some are saying perhaps that Nepal can still win it, some in relief. Well, you cannot change the rules. It's been set here. The penalties will take on. Sabitra. You've been printed in the history books forever, I guess. The little one still is in amusement. What is going to happen in this match?
Well, looking at the substitution at the end of this match, it seems like both the teams anticipated this fixture to be in the penalty shootout, to be decided in the penalty shootout. Well, it's even now for both the team.
Well, something to confirm here. 462,000 watching in our YouTube channel. And as I can confirm this is the highest ever viewership obtained by a single digital platform ever in Nepali sports history. Well, congratulations to our production team. You are to be credited for this. More than 3 hours of football. Have you ever been there, Ashish?
Not in my lifetime. So definitely for the first time, it's been such kind of a fixture, you know. It's quite strange in its own way. But whatever the result, we will cherish this moment for the rest of our life. Not only us, all the spectators that are here at Dasrat Stadium.
What is left in this match to be witnessed? Everything has happened. Whatever happens is just a mere following up of the moment. The decision of the universe, eagerly awaiting the players for what is going to unveil here. The Chandra Shurya waving ever so proudly at this stadium. The anxious faces, the curious of minds. Well, this is the ultimate showdown for both set of teams. India, they had a wonderful first half. They were the better team in some moments. They had a wonderful start to the game. Nepal held their ground, and they held their ground intact.
Well, it felt like India could never take advantage of one player advantage. And Nepal never felt like they had lost one player.